It does fascinate me that in these marketing departments or these marketing, advertising, communications departments in these big corporations, you've got a lot of inner city, well-educated young people who went through university and learned a lot of this ideology, and they're not being challenged in the workplace on these ideas because everybody's too scared of being called transphobic or homophobic or whatever. And so this stuff is getting through, but you would think that, I don't know, where are the grown-ups in the room saying, hang on a minute, you know, this doesn't represent, or the research shows this doesn't represent, well, it would appear a significant majority of the population are actually opposed to a lot of this stuff.
So we heard from the marketing executive that was behind the campaign with Dylan Mulvaney for Bud Light. She did a podcast where she talked about Bud Light's customers with a great deal of contempt. And this is the problem. They not only don't know their customers, but they don't like who they think their customers are. So it's really really fascinating. The Bud Light.
We actually played that clip, Bethany, on this show a couple of weeks ago. And she, just for the viewers who might not have seen that, she did actually say that it was a jock brand for you know, white young young jocks, and it was not something that they had to that wanted to continue, and they had to move the brand away from that and freshen it up for the younger generation. Do you buy that line? I mean, does the younger generation, do you think that they want this stuff, that they're different?
No, I don't. I mean, I think that this is the issue with all of these marketing brains. They were never, there is a population that might be interested by a company that would market itself this way. They were never buying Bud Light, and they never will buy Bud Light. There are people who buy sort of craft beers, if they buy beer at all. So this is a market share that they were never going to gain. It's not a large market share. It was really an inexplicable decision on their part. And what was interesting was the parent company for Bud Light, their stock was reevaluated. I think it was today or yesterday. And the stock company that reevaluated it and pushed it to a hold. And so they said, don't buy shares, don't sell shares. And the reevaluation, they said, you know, it doesn't seem like there are people in these departments who understand the brand and who understand the market share. And, you know, this isn't just a one-off problem, because it exemplifies that there is a real systematic problem within this company that needs fixing before we can encourage our customers to buy this stock again.
It seems to be sweeping so many US corporations and Australian corporations as well, that it's almost impossible not to subscribe to the religion of woke and have a career these days inside a major corporation. Even if you're not in a contentious area of the business, you know, if you're just a routine person, you've got there's an expectation, and this is the issue that I have with it. You know, I consider myself to be a fairly open-minded liberal thinker in relation to some things, and I'm quite happy for people to subscribe to the live and let live. What I have a problem with is being told no. Not only must you accept, you must promote.
Yes.
Right? Not only must you accept, you must endorse and be seen to act. It's like what Jordan Peterson would call enforced speech to a certain extent.
Yeah.
That's something that you cover in the book, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And the problem for the folks on the other side of the aisle who are trying to promote this ideology is people like you and I. We see it, and we're told to call Dylan Mulvaney a girl and use female pronouns for him, and I refuse to. But when you're talking to a 5-year-old, you're able to tell them, you know, really absurd facts and reimagine their understanding of reality and say, you know, a boy can become a girl, and their sort of reaction isn't going to be distrustful. It's not going to be incredulous. They're very trusting. And so they're really taking advantage of the nature of children in order to take advantage of them and to get in on the ground floor of the next generation, to make sure that they have a group of people who will accept the incredible, because this is how Marxist societies have always operated. They always go after the young people. They always try to turn young people against their parents. This is Marxism 101, only wokeism is cultural Marxism.